Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood number BF157A47-711. This is a black anodized powder-coated aluminum offset single solid push pull bar set. So this is obviously the push bar side that we're dealing with here. This happens to be a 42-inch center to center, which is not a problem for the manufacturer to make, really any center. It's just bar stock that they're obviously starting out with. And then, that's the 47 in the part number. The BF157A is the offset outside pull. And all of this mates together with the mounting package. This client happened to select the T3 mount, which, let's go over what that means. It's a through-bolt mount, certainly is what it is. And there are different ways to mount this hardware. We'll go over that in a moment. You'll have two free ends and then one common end. I believe that that's the right way to call the material. Obviously, you're going to have the common end, where these two are going to mate back to back. You'll have the free end over there, then the free end down here at the bottom. Okay, the free ends in a T3 are simply going to be a flathead 1/4-20 bolt that will go through the door with a finish washer and will thread right into that tapped hole in the back. 1 3/4 thick door will be considered what you're getting unless otherwise specified. They can do any size. That's what your common end will look like, same as the other end there. Pardon me, that's what your free end will look like. Your common end is going to have that's actually not accurate. Your free end on the pull handle will have a through bolt like this. Your free end on the push bar is going to require the SP1027 cone bolt insert. So what's going to happen is both of these ends on this bar are identical. There's no holes tapped, there's just holes drilled with set screws. The other side is literally the same way. So what you'll do is you will run your bolt through the door, okay, thread it to your SP1027 cone bolt. That will go into this hole here. That'll go into this hole here. Okay. Then you get two set screws. That'll go in and hold that down is the bottom line. That's how that's going to work. And you will you'll need two set screws, because then the common end is this SP1025, which is going to mount, I would, of course, think it's going to mount on the outside. I know it will mount through to the outside. Then the same principle. The handle will go over the cone of the this is part number is SP1025. You can buy those separately. And then your set screw will connect it all together, and then you do indeed get two set screws. Little thread lock materials placed on there. Word to the wise, this is going to a very well-known big box home improvement store. And all of the mounting on this is 1/4-20. I would consider immediately the heavy-duty version of the mount that would give you a 5/16 thread, or even the extra heavy-duty version, which would give you a 3/8 mount. The 1/4-20 stuff, especially when used in taverns, bars, restaurants, that stuff gets very often replaced. And I would think that the traffic in a big box store is certainly going to put you there in terms of really justifying a larger, heavier mount. That may or may not be available when you're trying to add it to the cart, and if you feel that that is necessary, and it's really never a bad idea, there's a link below this video to a document called Mounting Options. Anything with the HD is going to give you the 5/16. We don't see any of the XHD, which would be the 3/8, but they could certainly do an XHD on this. They just don't list it. If you want a heavier mount, reach out to us and we'll be able to put that together for you. But it's all detailed there. Now, what is the BF157A47? So that is a set of poles, obviously. The BF157A is going to give you this pole. Not really that uncommon. It's going to be 10-inch overall height. 10-inch overall height. More importantly, it's going to give you a 9-inch center to center, which means you have a 1-inch diameter. It's going to give you, and while I don't believe it's listed anywhere in NFPA, it's not listed anywhere in handicap code compliance A117. Let's take a look at that. ICC A117, which is the also known more popularly as the handicap compliant code. I don't believe it's listed anywhere in that document that 2.5-inch is required, but a barrier-free version is certainly going to always be seen as a 2.5-inch clearance from the face of the door to the underside of the pole. Okay, so obviously you're going to have a 3.5-inch outside dimension. 2.5 from the face of the door to the inside of the pole, 3.5 all the way out. An overall projection, just gauging this on the camera, is probably going to be in that 4-inch range. I do it over here so I can see it a little bit better. Well, no, it's, forgive me, it is 4-inch, not in the 4-inch range. That's what it's going to be. How do I know that? Because I just measured it. Maybe a little shy on that, but something right in that range. So basically 4-inch from the outside of the pole to the outside. Here, you know your diameters, okay? That is the BF147, pardon me, the BF157A. As you change the BF150 number, what you're changing is the center to center, and you may be changing the diameter to a 3/4 inch. This is the 1-inch and most common. I would recommend sticking with the 1-inch. A pull handle with a little bit greater diameter is easier on the hands than a smaller pull. That's the bottom line. The 47, as I had said earlier, is the straight bar. The 47 is a very generic, unique bar. It's going to have a clearance on the push side of 1.5 inches, according to the manufacturer's data. Let's check that. 1.5 inches. That is indeed the case. It actually might be just it might be 1 5/8. But the catalog tells us that it's 1.5 inches from the face of the door to the face of the inside of the push bar. Okay, we want to know the hand of this material. Actually, no, it's not necessary to know the hand of this material, is it? Let's take a look here now. No, it's not necessary to know the hand because you have set screws on the inside and not on the outside, where you might need to flip that over if the set screws were on an end like this. This is completely non-handed and fully reversible. Just you're going to install it either on this door or you'll install it on this door. There's no need to flip it over, so to speak. So 1.5 inch clearance on this. The T3 is the standard through bolt mount. Lots of options that can be done on this. Not only different base materials, different finishes as a result. So base materials, obviously aluminum. 711 means black anodized aluminum. Different base materials, aluminum, stainless steel, brass, bronze. Different mounting types for a variety of different door thicknesses. You can change the 47 to suit your size. You're probably going to need a custom size. They're all made to order, so they're all standard. They're all custom. They're just they're probably taking epically long lengths of this material and bending it at the Rockwood plant to suit the requirements. So you'll specify that center to center. The only thing that you're going to have to pick is the shape of the outside pole and its center to center. Its size, its centers, and then its shape. You don't have to have the barrier free. You can just have a straight D pole on there, or you can have a 45-degree offset. You can have nothing if you want only a push bar. The mounting types are important to know because that matters, how you're going to mount the material. The T3 through bolting it is the most common. There is also, and by the way, the 711 in the part number means it's made of aluminum with a black anodizing over the aluminum. There's a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure that will allow you to review the 47 series of these offset single bar sets. And basically that table is just going to show you how the part number changes as the exterior pull center to center changes. There's only 5 options there, but be mindful, Rockwood can do any size that you need at all, period, end of sentence. Whatever you can imagine they can make. You want to have, you know, a 5-foot long version of this on the, well, not 5 foot, but 30-inch would not be unheard of. I've done these in 30-inch length. They can easily do that. Whatever you need. That's really the hallmark of Rockwood. They all but encourage you to send them things that are not listed in their catalog, and it's why they're my favorite when it comes to trim and auxiliary hardware. It's one of the reasons. So all of those different options, you can have it any way you want. It's very likely you'll have to reach out to us and say, hey, what I want's not in the catalog. Sure, there's a near infinite amount of, you know, potential combinations of everything. We list just the regular stuff, the stuff that's in the catalog. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Rockwood products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog for their core product line, their accessories, their trim and auxiliary hardware, and then there's their architectural door pull catalog, which is in this category of items, but 100 pages of variations of push and pull hardware. So you may want to review that if you have more than an occasional need for customized decorator style, unique, not aluminum storefront cookie cutter all the time push and pull hardware like this stuff basically is. Great quality company, Rockwood. Their people, their material, their fit and finish, their prompt, reliable, predictable shipping lead times, their technical support, their willingness to, as I had said earlier, entertain any request. You want this powder-coated black suede? They're your company. Absolutely, they'll do it. They love to do it. And in the rare instance when they make a mistake, they make it good. And they own it. They determine what happens. They seek to improve their internal system to eliminate that possibility from happening again. And while it's inconvenient, they get it done. Any questions on the Rockwood BF157A47 in a 711 finish or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.